Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am VS Speaks Royally. I hope you all are doing well. It is good to be back with you all. As you see in the title, A Life Filled with Music. And then, of course, is it time to go? I'll fill in the mystery part of that. Um, as the live stream goes on, but yeah, there's some changes are coming for the channel. All right. So, hello. Listen, there were a couple of people that were in the live stream before it started, but my older eyes did not see them, and I want to give them a quick little shout out. Not that everybody that has joined is not important, but I do want to give, especially before the live stream. Everybody knows how we get down. We have lots of conversations and all this other stuff. So, fancy channel member, I did not see your name when I was, you know, jump back into the chat before the live stream started. And then Annie B, also a channel member. Listen, I thank you both. So very much. So I did want to kind of just acknowledge the two of you because I missed your names as I was, yeah. hmm Charge the eyes, definitely charge these older eyes and not my heart. Okay. Real quick, Lorna, thank you for the reminder. Those that have ever watched the show Cheers, and you were a fan, you would know George Wendt, who played Norman, passed away this week. And so thank you for that reminder because I was talking about him on another live stream in the other hallway. I think it was yesterday he was mentioned. So thank you for bringing that up. All right. I'm going to, Church and Ellie, thank you for 38 months of membership. And Kuja and Penelope say hello back to you. They're being very good and laying down right now. Yeah, they know not to do certain things during the live stream. So anyway, but thank you for 38 months of membership. All right. Let me come over here. Let me go here and then we can get into some content.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Okay, as I do each and every Sussex Saturday, or have done each and every Sussex Saturday, I read my favorite quote that I found on the archewell.org site. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So there's a lot to catch up on because it's been, I think, 2 weeks since I've done Sussex Saturday as well as Talk Tuesdays. So it's a lot to cover. Woosah. So first thing I want to get into is Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan. Hopefully, you all are still listening to the episodes that have come out, 6 and 7. And the one prior week was with founder of FIG, which is, if you're in the medical profession, you probably have worn the scrubs and etc. Because she has other gear, but which is pretty cool when you see a need. She saw a need, and to see how that has expanded. I mean, doctors and nurses, etc. When I started seeing some of the colorful scrubs, at times there was only one color that they all seemed to have worn, and to see the different colors and all that stuff that was introduced is pretty cool. So Heather Hansen is her name. She is the founder of FIGS. And again, if you are in the medical profession, maybe you have worn her scrubs. You can tell us how you like the fits and all that stuff. The last two have been really good, as have all of the episodes of Confessions of a Female Founder. It's very inspirational. I wish I could roll back time about 40 years. Don't try to get my age, about 40 years, and really have the opportunity to listen to Megan's podcasts and get that inspiration because these women started young and have built empires. So yeah, it would have been something to have that back then. So the guest on this past week, um, for Kitsch, I say things, butcher things, but KITSCH, Cassandra Morales Thurswell. Um, she was the guest, and just her products and bringing it forward. It's just I'm kind of like, wow, these people kick ass and very determined. Um, you know, I was too busy in my 20s having too much fun. And maybe if I had heard some of these, um, maybe right now I'd be billionaire, but I guess I am a billionaire in many different ways, just not the monetary side of it yet. Okay, yet. Anyway, hopefully you've listened to those two. Let me know in the comments what you um, liked about each one. Again, because we haven't had Talk Tuesdays, we haven't had a chance to really dive into each of the episodes separately. So many of you already know if you're Sussex Squad. So the day before Harry and Meghan's 7th anniversary, Meghan had posted on her IG and had the music on it was LL and doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow. That took out most of Squad because we were like, what, Megan? And then we were like, oh, so what message are you telling us? But anyway, the coolest thing about it, LL Cool J reposted her reel. Uh, yeah, the irrelevant one got reposted by LL Cool J, who I met many years ago at a basketball game. Yeah, I think I told you all that. Anyway, so it was just pretty cool to see. He probably was more surprised than all of us. Like, what? She listens to my music? All the hidden meetings and such on that IG. Speaking of their anniversary, which was on the 19th, Megan posted this, a lifetime of stories. And so it is hard to see. Obviously, if you have Instagram, you go over to Megan's account, you can see the Derangers were going wild with zooming in, and Squatties did some zoom ins and all that stuff because there were some pictures that we had not seen. This post really led to me taking a step back and being like, wow, okay. And that's why I have that little question up there. Is it time to go? They're at a very good place. And there is a platform to squash any of the deranger crazy media stuff, and we've seen Megan do that a couple of times, yes, in a funny way, but it has squashed even the headlines getting out to start any type of stupid rumors, have addressed rumors, that type of thing. So Harry and Meghan, their 7 years have been, at the start, and we heard a Rhoda even recently speak and say that the family was trying to destroy them, their relationship, etc. Wasn't even supposed to be a marriage if they could have done what they wanted to do, and that's setting aside from the Queen. So I'll let y'all figure out. Those of you who have very good minds know to whom I'm speaking of. Cancer 1 and Cancer 2. Okay. And the air. Okay. But anyway, so 19th, they celebrated their anniversary. I think Mother's Day was like, it's a lot happened. I just want to share some pictures. I don't know if I have. I'm glad. So the one picture they shared, Megan shared on her Instagram, was the black and white Harry with the kids. And then I appreciated to a degree that this one that was shared Mother's Day was not in black and white. It would have been great if it was, but yeah, we can see Archie's hair is a little bit more like Megan's, as they have said in their documentary, and how Lilibet had truly snatched all the Spencer genes and was like, "Here I am." Um, but yeah, just beautiful, beautiful pictures, collages, and I'm so glad she has her social media. Comments are off, but she can share what she wants to share. And if the media gets too far out of hand, she can jump on there and do a reel, or someone else can do one and she can share it, and then it shuts all that noise down. So they're in a very good place. Um, their life is filled, well, we know, with love. It also, this past week, has been with music. They went to the Beyonce concert. We saw those lovely pictures. Then Megan shared that they had also been to James Taylor, and yeah, it was just pretty cool. They're in a very good place. With all the noise we may hear, it's not as loud as it was prior to, especially her getting that account. And that account changed the game. She's gone over 3 million. I think she's where she was at the point when she was on there before Harry, pre-Harry, and she had to shut things down, which was truly a control factor for the royal family, since most of the royal family have accounts. And Harry had a burner one. That's hence how he even saw that Snapchat, where he saw Meghan in it. So, yeah, I'm happy for them. I'm glad for them. Um, we'll continue to talk, and once we get to the end of everything, if there's some questions of what I've said and snuck in there, you let me know. Anyway, as ever, we know products. In fact, let me double check because I haven't seen anything. I am checking this website like, it's a little bit much, because I do not want to reach out. I don't want to miss out again. But yeah, no, everything is still saying sold out. Okay. I'm not sure. Some of you could tell me. We have to look forward this coming fall to With Love, Megan season 2. Hopefully there'll be a 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons. I'm cool with that. So saw something and I wanted to share. I saw the second couple's picture separately, I think on Threads. And when I came back to the X app, Feminagra had shared, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, of course, I'll show you. So Marie Claire shared and said, thought this looked familiar. And of course, the couple on the left is Rihanna and ASAP Rocky at the 2025 Met Gala. Cannes Festival, excuse me, at the Cannes Festival, where it was pouring rain on their entry, and the color of her dress. Okay, I'm just saying. How it's just people picking that up and just being like, oh, look, putting them side by side, because we know Harry and Meghan's iconic picture that was taken, right? One of their last royal engagements, if you want to say, as working royals. That's such an oxymoron to say, but nevertheless, y'all understand what I'm saying. And to see a better a better couple, as far as same level, everything like that, taking a picture very similar and not even meaning to take a same picture, but there they are, happy, glowing. And if you didn't know, Rihanna is pregnant with baby number 3. So congrats to her and all. So, and to ASAP. Hopefully it's a pink bundle. That would be really cool. 2 boys and a girl. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to share that because I thought it was just kind of cute, and shows that, those that like to speak of them as irrelevant, not so much, not so much, not so much. And I would say, Riri probably had not had that intention, but isn't it something how things work their way out. Yes, because they do happen to work their way out. Um, Let me see. So the squatty corner. I guess this is a good point to put, or to put a little thumbnail in here as it has been. Um, Annie, thank you for 38 months also of membership. I so love you, appreciate you, all that good glory stuff. Um, it's, y'all have been with me for a long time. So, as I've stated earlier in the live stream, Harry and Meghan are in a really good place. I now understand what Tina and Michelle felt when Harry and Meghan had left being working royals and had gotten off of, as y'all call it, Salty Island. And they felt that they were in a good place and they were safe. And they felt it was time to just kind of step back. I sort of feel the same. Meghan's able to squash stuff in her own way. There are still other positive Sussex channels out there, but it's not that I'm not supporting them. I think I'm just going to support them in just a different manner, but just changes coming to the channel. I am getting older. My voice may not say that. The body tells me that, but may go into just doing uh members only content, and then maybe once a month do live stream here. Um do a members only live stream, and then at least that's two that have been done in the month, just to kind of keep my channel quote active in a sense. But the every week or 2 or 3 times a week, it's a lot, especially I think with work. Um, Things have like changed there. And yeah, it's not so much as my escapism as it was when I was a caregiver, because although I was somewhat caught in my home, trapped in my home in a sense, being a caregiver with my dad declining like he was a little bit of escapism. I love spending time with you all, but it was my time to just, in most aspects, put my blinders on and just be engulfed in this realm with you all. So life has shifted on that front, and I love spending time with you all, but it's just, yeah, I truly feel in my heart that it's time, and that fire's not there, but it's still burning. Hopefully you understand that. We can talk about it once I get through the rest of the content. I'm sure my boss, who is in the chat, is going to fuss me all the way out, but I love her. Okay, so you know, put your comments and stuff in the chat, and hopefully I'll see them. But I'm gonna get into pre-trash time. So Jamaica Live. Remember I had mentioned, I think on the last live stream that I did. Yes, okay, I'll say it. I had said, "Oh, I hope they're well." I hadn't seen a post from them, and lo and behold, I happened to see this out there where they were like, Duchess Meghan minding her business while people making shit up, and then it just says, "Flowers are the happiest thing in the world." Again, no matter what she does, the haters, Carries and trolls have this thing about saying, the craziest shit about her, and you just have to, shake your head. Any sane person would, and be like, "What the?" I had a troll that popped in on mine and said something, which I'm going to share with y'all as I get towards the end of the content. But um, yeah. Anyway, so Baby Deranger has been busy. I caught a couple, like, yeah, you have to be on that X app and following the account, because Baby Deranger stays busy. So Baby Deranger had a couple of thoughts that I wanted to share really quickly. So, how dare they attend 2 concerts in less than 1 week? What does she mean she's in concert era? Why is she always in our face? Seriously, if she didn't post her pics, we wouldn't be forced to view them. I'm sick of them looking so unbothered. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. Again, Baby Deranger encompasses the cries, whines, and complaints of the Derangers and, embodies it, puts it out there for everybody. So the other, um, which was on their anniversary, I just saw all those fabulous pics. They're happy. They're really happy. No wonder Prince Harry feels sorry for us. So if you remember going back to when Harry says about the trolls when he was asked, I think it was on the Tonight Show. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but he was just like he feels sorry for the trolls. Like, you know, nothing else needs to be said on that one. And they lost their minds by him even saying that. But anyway, we go on. So, Baby the Ranger, how dare he donate a significant amount of money to help feed people in Nottingham the day after his brother and sister in law were recognized with a disclosure by Time magazine? Why couldn't he dim his light for just one day? He's so selfish. His Majesty the King must remove those titles. So, as I said, Baby Derangers encompass the cries, whines, and complaints of the Derangers. And um, Harry and Meghan, going back to the quote, which is why I always read it, all of us can change the world. He may not live there, and truly, for him to have given back, even though that country won't protect him nor his family if he were to bring them there, speaks volumes. But, you know, I kind of look at, here's a little something, but to know his character, that's just Harry. Those that want to hate, you're going to hate. Okay, I just chalk you up and, you know, wipe my feet on the doormat. That is you. And just keep on going because you're not going to stop them. The attacks on, and I call it attacks of Bali and trying to come, trying to sneak in and try to get the Archewell Foundation quickly squashed. Um, Karma comes for those that truly try to undo and bring harm unto Harry and Meghan. And I'm laughing about one of the ones that's going to come up in trash time because to me it's the funniest thing. I don't even give two hoots on why it occurred, but it's just funny. It's just funny in one aspect. So let me jump quickly into comments because there was a whole lot even before I clicked back over here. So I'm going to scroll to one point, work my way down, then we'll get into, and then we'll get into some comment. And this is the one where I'm going to stop and work my way down. Joan, you too funny. They've been doing it. What? Just that choice of that. Yeah, Megan. They can silence the crazy. They can send the people over the edge just by a single post. That is really, although the counts under her, and she's sharing her family, including her husband, mom, children. That's their voice, and I'm so glad that she did come back to social media. So, Hattie is saying, and how are you, Hattie? I think Megan was definitely sending a message. Yes, she was. They happy. They're happy. That's all people need to know. When we see them together and they look at each other and that smile, and there's usually a certain smile. Let me go find that. Hold on a second. Let me. Oh, I hope I didn't delete it off of StreamYard. I may have. Oh no, I didn't. See, let me play this. Yeah, that's what she was saying with that song. Hilarious. Shows the vastness of, her probably the music that they listen to, which is pretty cool. So Yeah, and doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow. Woo. Hey, the Bud Files. How are you? Happy birthday, early birthday to you, Annie B. I'm so bad with all that, but y'all know I love y'all. Okay. Celebrate hard, safely and hard, and although don't overdo it. Okay. Mina, you're saying she was low key letting everyone know, especially the haters, that she and Harry be getting down. Oh, there was no low key about it. Truly, when you click on it, because if you're like me and you are following her, I know several of you are, because I can see your names when you have liked, hit the heart on the comment on the post. And when the music started playing, it's like, you know, and then I think mostly all of us probably started laughing. We said, "Ooh, ooh, okay, Megan, you didn't have to share that much with us, but that's fine. We already know, and we always see where Church and Lily saying they're swinging around on the chandelier. Yes, okay." Hello, 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 everybody. I can't even believe we're working towards the end of May. Like the year 2025 has gone. Church Nelly. Okay, Church Nelly. I'm gonna move on. Um, which is so good to see you. Oh, it's storming in Louisiana. Ooh. Be safe, because y'all like to have them twisters down there. Just be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. Um, yeah, she did. She did. She did. Okay, Church Nelly. Did you all see Megan's pregnant stomach? Love it. Y'all were looking at pictures awful hard. I didn't even bother. Well, my eyes are a little too old to be trying to zoom in. But yeah, that part, Joan. Haters can't stop LL Cool J. We were all on, the squatties on the X app. We're like, like, the collective breath went right out. It was like, what? Like paying attention? Okay. Mhm. Yes, Wendy. Traditionally, that will get the derangers clutching their pearls. Yeah, but they will also come with. I thought you said you only wanted two children, and blah 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 blah. Blah." But they will ignore that picture of her. Which, if we were looking at the documentary, Harry and Meghan documentary on Netflix, you saw her pregnant. But to see the belly, yes, and I thought we had seen that picture before. I could be wrong, but, yeah. She to know her height and how petite, huge belly, huge belly, but they keep wanting to say she wasn't pregnant. Alright, no problem. She said, "Oh, really?" And shared that nice collage, over the years. Yes, 7 years, well, really 8, but, 7 of marriage. Let's see. How do you saying, June? I like to see them try to start some mess with LL and see what sure. Even Rihanna. Like, go ahead on. You thought they don't do too much with Beyonce because the Hive swooped in a couple of times and kind of shut down the noise when they went to the concert last year. Uh-huh. And yeah, they don't want that kind of noise. Squad don't have nothing, and many of the squad are in the hive, but squad don't have nothing on that hive over there. Yeah. Um. Hi, Lottie. How are you? Let me see. You're saying happy Saturday. My first time back since the funeral, and yes, the funeral was very, very sad. He was my brother's second son, age 58. Oh wow, he was younger than me, but I'm back now. Okay, well, prayers for the family, because the hardest time is truly after the service and everybody kind of goes back to life. Yeah, that's the part when it's real quiet and all that stuff. So, Wendy is saying Megan with 3 million followers and continue. Yeah, and counting. Yes. So her numbers, I mean, if you look at what Priyanka has, you look at what Serena has, you look at what Oprah has, just give it time. Just give it time. Lorna is saying, yes, I just found out what degree wife means. Apparently, they were saying to mean the marriage wouldn't last longer than a 3 or 4 year degree. Hmm. I mean, they didn't see it past the first. To know that they were trying to stop it from even happening, we know that squatties that have been in the trenches, we know that. Um, but yeah, I mean, the insult, of course, here comes baby one, and it's like, oh my, and then to know what they attempted to do. I say they, that's just my opinion. Most of us have the same on that South African tour. Thank God the nanny listened to the ancestors and took baby Archie with her down to the kitchen. Yeah, okay. Let me move on. Joy says the Ranger watch everything Harry and Meghan post. I never ever seek out anything pertaining to Kate and Sweet William and tampon and mattress hoe. Neither do I. I don't care. If someone puts a picture or something about them on the timeline, that's when I will snag it and they hit trash time. So, yeah, because, uh huh. Hattie, he will come back with "Mama said knock you out." Yes, they don't want any of that, and so they can say what they wish. Church Nelly said, "VS, I'm also stalking as ever too." Yes, I have signed up for the notifications, but it's just one of those. Yeah, the moment I may not see that email right away. So I have to keep refreshing the website to know that yes, it's back, it's open for business again. Because yeah, I have to get me some of those goodies on there. Joyce is saying Megan was on a flight recently. Mhm. Mm, Hi Hazel, how are you? See, coming down, looking. Churchill says Harry and Meghan's picture is better in my humble opinion. Yes, it is. It was cute to see that comparison was even made. Um, yeah, just kind of wild. I was like, oh, okay. Hmm. When he says Rihanna, that photo is cool. Black love, yes. I just love her fashions because pregnant or not, she's gonna show her belly. She's one when she's not, she's gonna have her belly, and she's like, enjoy it, everybody. hmm Enjoy it. This year, what was that? It was several years ago that at the Met Gala you had Serena announce her um, second child, and then here comes Rihanna doing that for baby number three. Traditionally, Riri and ASAP is wasting no time expanding their family. Well, the way that man leaped into her arms when that verdict was read that not guilty, chill. All right. Everybody was like, mm-mm-mm. Oh, see, here's the first one starting to cut up. Traditionally, what? No more trash time. Well, I'm giving y'all time to let it sink in a little bit, little bit. Traditionally says, I need therapy. First Tina Michelle, now VS. Aw, I'm giving you a big virtual hug. There you go. It's all right. I'm still here, just maybe not on a weekly basis, but y'all are getting used to that. But, I love y'all and y'all still come and support. And I appreciate that more than life could tell you. Ooh. So, Lorna, apparently the Roto Rats don't understand what seasonal means bitching about no raspberry spread. Well, they don't have common sense. Based on Alice Waters' principle, you only produce and manufacture food that is in season. Exactly. You want the freshness, the bestest, but have no fury. Even if she didn't put that out, but all the other products came up, the teas and etc. Child, please. I told you I will post, but it will be after I have purchased. I'm just hoping I see it in enough time. I just hope I see it in enough time. Um, Joan is saying, I love how Megan is being her natural self, especially with her Instagram. That part. She was prior, unfortunately, because of them there over there, she shut down her social media because to me it could have continued, although seeing that the role was supposed to be completely different. They were going to be the workhorses and they were going to work them to the bone, while the others get the vacation and put out ugly, disgusting headlines. But since that's over now, yeah, it makes it even more enjoyable. And she's cooking up something else. So if you've been on her Instagram and she was just saying, cooking up something else, yeah, we're ready for it. Squaddies are ready for it. She already knows. I think some of the world getting a glimpse of how quick as ever, like just vanished. It was like, oh, really? You're going to the products are open. It's ready to go. And it just blinked, gone. So yeah, keep on cooking, Megan, because we are there for it. We're ready for it. When he says Megan mood boards, she is celebrating her marriage, family, and life. No apologies, unbothered, enjoying her life. Do you, Megan? Exactly. All of us within Squatty, hopefully get some semblance of peace. Feel the peace from the posts that she's and the content she's putting out either on Megan or as ever, because the two accounts. But of course, Megan's her personal account, we get a little bit more of the good stuff. Not saying as ever, but those are products. We get to see them in their element and happy and joy. And for so many years, it was where we were wondering how are they and what is going on, and you know I'm just glad that we can see it with our own eyes, hit our heart to like the posts. On the reels, you can hit the heart when the reels are playing. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, I knew that the boss was going to have something to say. Hell no, I don't understand. You are my escape. Okay. We'll continue to have conversations. We'll continue to have conversations. Um, Hi, Tia. How are you? Compton, Cali. Let me see. Lorna St. Patricia, I don't think it applies to the honey cake, but produce like fruits and vegetables. If raspberries are out of season in Cali, no raspberry spread until the next crop, which is in the fall, right? And then they can begin. But of course, the smarter thing to do is to do it all at once, as she did initially. And of course, they'll be prepared for the next sellout because that's exactly what's going to happen. Those that have tried, got theirs and tried, are going to try to get more. And then the rest of us who weren't able to get anything are to definitely try to get something. So, yeah. Connie Palmer, how are you? The Rangers must admit they love our Duchess. Otherwise, while the interest in someone that they hate, yeah, it's sick. It is sick. So, and I love to see them going crazy, but even that, I just, yeah, got to limit, preserve your inner core, the energy there, and y'all have trash time here and be able to just go ham when you want to, but some people don't have that all the time. Let me see. Wendy said, haters mad their BS no longer resonates with the masses. Her Instagram account changed the narrative. It's working. Yes, very much so. Um, it is amazing that, and then it really is no sooner than she posts, that notification goes out. You go on there and you see how many likes are there. Like it's just amazing. And it's wonderful. It is wonderful. was like, I won't miss Baby the Ranger at all. You are too funny. You are too funny. Oh my goodness. All right, let me skip through. Skip through some. Church Nelly says, Rosanna having a nervous breakdown since VS is not going to be on as much. Oh, I still love y'all and those of you in the members. I'll give this blanket that if you now I know to whom this applies. To the rest of don't come for me, Mrs. S. Church Nelly, Lydia, Annie, because I already see y'all putting a comment as soon as I finish the statement. But for those in membership, don't feel that you're obligated to stay because I'm not giving as much or on a weekly basis. Who knows? Maybe that spirit will hit me and I'll jump back into weekly. But I just want you to know, you know, I understand membership is a voluntary type thing. If I could turn off even having for people to join that type, I would, or gifting it out. But yeah. Anyway, Faith is saying, first Tina Michelle, now VS Speaks. What did we do to deserve that? Listen, y'all are not being punished. Y'all aren't being punished because there are still voices in the Sussex positive hallway that y'all can enjoy. And I know each voice is different and each perspective is different and the content is different. I let y'all wild out. That's probably why y'all have missed me more, but okay. A happy belated birthday, Carol. A big 72 years, yes. It's a wonderful age. I hope to see it one day. Um, and I hope you did have a wonderful time. Hi, Joseph. How are you? Uh-oh. Connie Balmer. VS is not going to be on often. Please don't say that. Not well today for bad. Oh, it's not. I don't look at it as bad news now. It may come a time. I've already said this that if I transitioned, yeah, my voice will still be on here. It's not going to be where it's live. Same can be said if you're missing hearing my voice. You just play some of the older live streams and such. So yeah. Church Night said now Baron's coming on in the wee hours. I keep missing the live chat. Yeah, see that's why I keep missing them because I be getting my shut eye because my husband's up at like 4 something in the morning, or I'm waking up to make sure that he's up. Okay, there you go. Joan says, Roseanne, I'm going to miss VS and we'll find her other podcast. And even on the other channel, just so y'all, I don't necessarily go live, but I am in other streams or on other panels over in the Wild Wild West side of the YouTube. And I did that for a reason because for a while and for a long while, this was my only channel. But when you go over into the Wild Wild West, you have to be mindful that someone might try to take down a channel. And people are doing a lot of that right now over on the Wild Wild West side. I created the other channel to have a voice and was doing some live streams, but I didn't even want to feel pressure to do live streams there. It's really just so I can have fun and let loose and leave this content, just the Harry and Meghan, separate because I don't want my crazy self over there tainting anything over here, if that makes sense. You're welcome to come over. You know, Lorna's over there and she's come into a lot of different chats and they know a lot of the rest of you when they're over here. I haven't seen too many people here, so let me see. I'm getting yelled at, y'all. Oh, Wendy says in all caps, look at here. VS speaks royally. Damn, the squad will miss you on the weekly. All the very best to you and all your endeavors. Thank you so much. Now, mind you, I've been very sporadic since 2025. It may have even been even after my father passed in May last year. So I guess it's been kind of gearing up to that and like a preparation. But yeah. TB, how are you? Good to see you. I need to do something really quickly. Yes, TB, do you have a Cash App account? Because back in November when I did a members only giveaway, you did win for the day 1 to 6 months at the time you were in the day 1 to 6 months category. So I do want you to get that gift, but I need to know, do you have a Cash App? If you do, hit, you know, if you feel comfortable leaving it in the chat. Otherwise, if you're still in the members, just drop it there and then I can get you your gift. Okay. Yes. I'm so glad that I saw that. Okay. Let me get back over here, but, and get back into the comment. All right. So, uh, being that I do see you, just let me know and I'm going to be looking for your comment. Definitely want to give you your gift. That'll be one of my finals. And, um, as I go live, let me see. Oh, Annie B. See, I love y'all. I really do. It's not that I was telling you to leave. It's just I understand if someone does. Okay. I would. A lot of times those that are gifted may not, re up or whatever, or keep having the ongoing payments. But, that does happen. Annie's like, BS, y'all with the all caps too. You can't make me not pay my membership. Y'all don't know how much I love y'all. You really don't. Um, Look at Lorna giving us a little lesson here on manufacturing. Okay, here is formula for manufacturing. Take raspberry spread times units selling per hour. Total that number by days you wish to sell the product equals next unit manufacturing run of total units. Oh, she will be prepared. I mean, for her to even say she was shocked, I was like, Megan, do you not realize? Like, you have to know the squad. You see how the giving campaign, which is still going on, and my bad for not dropping the link, um, for the birthdays. I believe it's just going from Archie's, which was in May, the beginning of May, to Lilybet's, but I could be wrong. It might continue on like it did last year, but oh, I see you, Church Nelly. Get her, Annie. You're the one that sends somebody and be like, yeah, good job, good job. Aw. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. Do your thing, girl, for your peace and mind and happiness. Yeah. Which is, I just chill. I really just chill out. My husband doesn't understand that I like to be home. He's like, oh, let's go here. You want to do this? Go here. Why don't you go? Calm down. I'm happy. That's the key right there. There was a point when I was home and was not happy. And it had nothing to do with him. It's just everything going on. If you're a caregiver, you understand. Okay. That's the only way I can put it because it drains you. It does drain you. Connie Balmer, to you, my membership remains. Listen, I just put that out. Woo, Annie B, I refuse to go away unless you shut down your account, which could, I'm not saying it is, but it could. I think even Tina and them left theirs, but I could just come out of the YouTube partner program and then it would just shut off for you all. So, ciao. I can list about a half a dozen plus that's been Sussex supporters MIA to date. Yeah, when you're on the content creator side, it's a lot. The energy, it's a lot. Um, I have a good time. I will be honest, I was thinking of not having today's live stream. And then I was like, no, I need to go ahead and do it and, just share with you all, etc. So, Mrs. S, I feel like I'm losing a family member with VS Speak stepping back. I blame the successes for showing how it's done. Listen, it's just, it's a, well, for me, it's a good thing. Um, the grind of just that weekly and feeling very obligated, I kind of breathe a little bit. Now, if I go live, I go live, knowing that you all are going to be here. And I try to give, especially the members, a heads up that I am going live. Even if I'm not going live, I do let them know. So I love y'all. It has nothing to do with that. I know. And I hope y'all know that it has nothing to do. I love y'all. I love y'all. Um, Nobody understands the family that has been created. But family, how things evolve, things change. Okay. Hi, Miss September. How are you? Whoop, there she is, Marsha. Oh Lord. Hi, Marsha. How are you? Miss VS, you let us all speak. You are the only one who does that. I would miss this weekly live podcast. You are the only one who gives me a voice all the time. I miss you for that. I understand. Oh, that's so sweet. I know you have said that before. Um, you know, mind you, just with life and all that it takes, it's hard for all the content creators to be at every single one's premieres, live streams, uploads, etc. So I get that. Yeah, and I don't know how active anyone is, but y'all trying to guilt me into no, I'm just kidding. I think I just want to be where if I feel like going live, I go live. If not, y'all understand that I'm okay. It's just, you know, this week VS is just gonna act off the wall. That's all. She's going AWOL, but you know where to find me. You know where to find me. All right. Lorna says squatties do not go to the Wild Wild West side unless you are prepared to hear some nonsense and guard your privacy. Yes. Don't go over there telling your life business, where you are, where you're from, all that stuff. Don't do it. Don't do it. People are cool, people are fun. You will know by whom I engage with, whose panels I join, um, that whole thing. And maybe I'll even change it up and have where I have members, I have panels for you all to come up and chit chat and all that stuff. And that's part of the live. You can really rant. Uh-oh, here we go. Mrs. S, thank you for 41 months of membership. Thank you for providing a forum where I can be myself. Thank y'all. Mm, y'all. Okay. I need to. Oh, Church Nelly. I need trash time during my infusion treatments. But you can listen to other trash times. If I'm not live or haven't done a live, you can always listen to a replay and get your fill of trash time. Even when I was doing Trash Thursday, Twisted Trash Thursday. Hey, Clark, how are you? Y'all are too sweet. Oh, hey, sis. Hey, sis. Megan, Duchess of Advocacy. Hey, Special K, how are you? Um, and see, even she can speak to, yeah, the grind, just knowing and speaking for myself that Harry and Meghan truly are in a really good space and the music is good for them. As you know, the music is real good for them. Okay. And so, yeah, my voice, I'm still gonna be around. Now, mind you, if the tide should change, ooh, we. Okay, that's all I'll say is ooh, we. All right. Mhm. um, Now I didn't see that you dropped. Do you have a Cash App? Did I miss that? Or put it into the members? I don't know if you're still on the member side, but if you could put it, I just need your information. You have Zelle. I can figure out a way to send it to you via Zelle. Okay. I want to give you your gift that you won. Oh, let's see. Joan, don't make me cry. I got to get to trash time, y'all. VS, isn't there a song with the lyrics, I will follow you, will find you? Child. Oh, my. Yeah. What are you saying here? Harry's donation to the UK charity got the Derangers all flush and mad while the UK Royals try to keep up but fumbling as usual. All right, let me get to them them folks over there. Nothing happened per se, sis. It is just I've hit a point where how Tina and Michelle felt once they left and were no longer working roles, that they were good, they were safe, they were, you know. Their voices weren't necessarily needed to that level. I'm just feeling not on a weekly basis. Will I probably go live and just when I do, I do. But I'm at peace. Harry and Meghan truly are. Life is good for them. More so now than even when Tina and Michelle stopped doing the Sussex Squad podcast. It's really good. You, Church Nell, you know what? Special KVS is abandoning us. I'm not abandoning y'all. You know, but even Special K knows, yeah, we're still around. We may not be doing it on a weekly basis, but we're still around. All right, let me find that comment. See, y'all want to cut up. Ah, first Tina Michelle, then Terrell, now VS. Listen, well, I mean, I give side eye to Terrell, but I'll just behave. You ain't got to worry about that part with me. All right. Um, Pavlik. They'll catch you up, Pavlik. Don't listen to them, Pavlik girl. Just listen to the replay, and then you will hear stating what I state, and then we'll go on, and we're gonna have a good rest of this podcast. Okay, here we go. So getting into trash time. Let me hit my marker. I can go to that, and then y'all can go crazy craze, and then I can come out of it and finish up. So here we go.
It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time.
I'm just going to kick it off with, the moment we all saw that Megan shared that collage, that board, you know, her happy, wonderful life, engagement up through, dating up through marriage and then the babies and etc. Yeah. You know, you speak volumes over there. Mhm. When they do an article of you and put it inside and then blow up the pictures, some that we have seen, some that we had not. And they always want to say that they're irrelevant. And we can say with whole heart, bullshit. hmm Harry and Meghan are very relevant. Otherwise, I mean, to take this full page spread, my gosh. So, anyway, I just thought that was hilarious because I was just like, while we're running around, supporters like, oh, look, blowing up certain pictures, just looking and see. Of course, I wasn't trying to do all that because it was like my eyes were like, bitch, you better go sit down. And so I did. Okay. Feminagra, me loves them because they keep their foot on the necks of the people over there and that media and the mouthpieces. Because they said Megan Sussex is popular and no royal poll cooked in a WhatsApp group chat will say otherwise. You know that YouGov poll that they usually do to say who's the most popular royal, and then they always come out, Megan's not popular per the poll. Bitch, please. We know she's popular. Does she care if she's popular in that country? No. That country doesn't give two hoots to even provide protection for her if she was there. There were headlines written when they snatched the house from, that the queen had gifted and they had put their own money into to refurbish. But yet, as soon as the queen died, Chuck Chuck came and took that damn house back. It's probably sitting there rotting if one of the cousins, in the lower part of the line of succession aren't living in it. So, yeah. But anyway, most of you probably heard about the alleged drama that was started when Harry and Meghan had a dinner party. Now, we rarely hear of things that are happening unless they put it out and they say blah, blah, blah. But, here are these headlines, People Magazine. Oh, they had a party and they invited Brooklyn Beckham, mhm, to Montecito for dinner. Well, they came because, Sussex Squad detective agency will go and find and make sure that the truth gets out there because there's this whole thing like, oh, they're stepping into a family feud. Harry and Meghan wouldn't do that, number one. And there would be a reason that those two would have been even at their home. And we found out the reason that they're there is because they were invited guests of somebody else. So, you know, you know how that goes. It's always some shit when it comes down to them, but it's quickly squashed, and we give thanks for that. It's quickly squashed, and we give thanks to that. Now, this to me I found hilarious because Sway Sway and the Absent Lady, y'all thought you were doing something, but oh no. Okay. Feminagra. So, Time 100, listen to me. If these folks ain't jealous and dangerous, I don't know what is. Time 100 gave William and Kate a gold star in philanthropy, partly thanks to donors with ties to their foundation. And so Harry and Meghan weren't snubbed. They didn't need the boost. Feminagra, keep your feet on those people over there necks. Yes. Do a little bit of some Kendrick, stomp 'em. If y'all have listened to Peekaboo, AZ said about stomping. hmm Anyway, so Time 100, and I guess because I didn't look beyond, I just took this screenshot. I was like, oh, okay, and then happened to see another squatty post, and I was like, thank God for the squad because they will post some receipts up. I don't have to dig too far down rabbit holes, but here they had this whole thing with them, and when they said about a disclosure, even Time knows they do not want no ish blowback on them. So they put down in the bottom, let me take down my banner for a second so you can see the little star disclosure. Time's owners and co-chairs, Mark and Lynn Biernoff, have supported the Royal Foundation. Ew. So we give you a little cash and then we put you on our list. But we make a disclosure to make sure people know. Because see, I guarantee the squaddies would have found the Sussex Squad Detective Agency would have found it out, put it out there, and then would have embarrassed folks. It is amazing that every time that, some of y'all call him Willy Wonka, I call him Sway Sway, and the absent lady do something. There's always a asterisk and a disclosure or, a disclaimer put on items. Mhm. Mhm. This speaks volumes, and I love it for them. May it follow them the rest of their time in waiting as well as when they take the throne. I hope there's always disclaimers and disclosures put on anything of theirs. Pay to play. Ooh. Invisible contract, very visible. Mhm. Because the owners of time donated to the Royal Foundation, they wind up on a list. Y'all are just full. Y'all are just. Whew, I'm not. I get tongue tied even wanting to cuss y'all out, but okay. We're gonna get into Karma Corner because there's a lot of karma. Um, I don't even know if I have this one on here. Okay, so his initials are EH. I think it's Ian Holmes, if that's the right pronunciation of his first name, fell off his chair on a live show. He's had some problems because he's fallen down steps. He's tripped and fallen. He's done. If the lady in black ain't whooping that ass, and then she whooped him right there on national TV. Now I'm gonna say, I really don't care what may have led to it. I really don't care because that who had to catch myself. That mother clucker, as my boss would say, or mother father, hmm had nerve to mention about, you know, throwing people over balconies and such. I hope you continue to fall off the chair each and every time you go to open your mouth, sir. Don't feel bad for you. I thought I had it here, but I don't. But there's other karmas a coming. So, the other Megan, the other Megan M, because she was brought in on some podcast because it's so low on the viewership. she's dragging people over to her YouTube channel. These motherfuckers get the huge audiences over there and just bring in the money, and then they want to be hateful. Mm. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I love the karma. I hope you tank on YouTube, but nevertheless, let me keep on going. Um, the Lorraine and Loose Women axed for half the year. Hopefully, it's for an entire year and into perpetuity. Goodbye, so long, farewell. So long, farewell. Avita saying goodbye. Middle fingers up. Yes, okay, all that good glory stuff. Because every day you want to get on there and rant and carry on and all that. People are over it. It might help your viewership. And if that's all you got, child, just wait till we see all the stuff that Meghan has going on. And she don't need y'all to talk about it. People can actually go to her Instagram accounts and actually see what is happening and hear what is happening. That's cutting off y'all voices. Hopefully you choke on it. This is just another one. Just I love that ITV bloodbath. True, they ain't seen nothing yet. So I know they're going through this. You know, they're reorganizing, and so they had to say toot toot to them. Hopefully they stay toot tooted with a good swift kick up the tutor and will not come back. That's what I hope. But if they do, oh well, so swell. La 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 la. Um, I saw this on Facebook last weekend. I had to scream because it was one of those. I think it was Sunday because I was probably over there if I posted about a live or I posted something. And I saw it in the timeline and I was like, So they had a post of brides had a post celebrating Harry and Meghan's anniversary. Right under it, because as you see in your timeline, and if you're on Facebook, you scroll up. And I went past, and then I said, "Wait a minute, who was that?" And went back down, and then I looked, and I said, "Are you kidding me?" So Harry and Meghan's was like a 3-hour mark, and this one was like 4 hours, but I had to scream laughing. Some of the comments are hilarious too. So they put out here when Prince William and Kate Middleton married on April 29th, 2011, in front of however many people, they had their girlfriend, exes there. I doubt they were exes. They probably had anyway, a little freak off of their own right before they got married. Nevertheless, but you waited until the 19th of May. And people were like, this is not the 29th and this is not their anniversary. You should have posted that then. I just thought that was just, oh, you trying to take some shine? Not going to work. This is how pathetic. This makes them look so pathetic. Number one, if they didn't post on your anniversary, that's that speaks volumes. But hey, to the happiest couple in the world. Oh, let me just say this. I know about that video. Cringe can be cringe, can be cringe. You know, I look at them and just say AI. The kids don't look happy. You're frolicking in the sand. Give me a break. Whatever the scene was with the rear door, oh, he's telling a whole lot, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. Anyway, sway sway is what sway sway does. But the lady in black, yeah, that list is still long. She's whooping ass as she goes, and she's doubling back around to get some more folks. Every so often, she has to just come back around and just say, "Boop, nope." Oh, you thought that was something? No, I'm going to do this. But I always say my middle finger energy is up and stuck for them there over there, and the antics that they try. But I'm loving that those voices are being drowned out a whole lot more. And yeah, I don't even look for information. They can go fly off. So let me preface this. This comment has nothing to do with how I feel about not doing lives every week. It was actually like, okay. You'll see my response anyway. So this comment came in and said, even the Martians are sick of her, and the word is spreading around the solar system. And of course, you see how they're Duchess, Megski, mega drama. Please stop your boring podcast. You're offending our alien neighbors. They say it's all alienation, right? And so I guess it was on the last Talk Tuesday I did, and I was just like, so you don't even listen to it, but this is how I took this is how I responded. Okay. A little bit of my other channel came out. But anyway, your stupid MFing ass leaves comments about her shows. You are a FAN, freaky ass nutcase. Thanks for engagement and helping to push my boring podcast further into the YouTube algorithm. Ooh, you're going to come over to a positive channel because you know it's positive because God knows if you don't look at the channel when you click on it, there's something wrong with you, but nevertheless. Um, and then want to leave a comment about her podcast that you don't listen to. Just pathetic, but I thought it was funny. I was like, ew, boring podcast, but nevertheless. I did pin that comment, by the way. I don't even know if any of y'all respond. I just, kind of moved on. You probably laughed like I did and kept it pushing. Now, this one, I have to say that there is someone on the X app that has a pretty large platform. He is funny as all get out. Some of you may be following. I'm not even going to say who it is. But he happened to be over in the UK this past week. Why he posted this, I hollered and I was like, oh, I have to share this. So if you look at the article, this is from 2013. Now, to the UKers in here, please don't take offense. I'm not saying this is you. I'm just saying he was saying that he was smelling folks while he was over there, and that was just this past week. So, um, I don't even know what to say. I can't speak on it. I just thought it was funny. This is one way I'll close out my trash time. Anyway, millions Britons don't need deodorant because their sweat doesn't smell. Mm, I'll just let that permeate into the atmosphere. Woo! Not been over there. Don't have no plans to go over there. But again, to the UK squatties, and extensions thereof. Y'all know I love y'all. Okay, but that was funny as hell to me. All right. And then the first one I see is Compton Kelly. Damn those pizza. You know, god dang well. Okay, just saying. Better put some DO on because washing ain't gonna do it. Ain't the key. And maybe y'all need the whole body stuff. So when you get out, please wash your asses. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Because nobody needs to have to smell that funk, no matter what time of year. Nobody needs to smell body funk at any point in time. Get into some water. That's all. Okay. Um. Okay, so Marshall is saying, Joan, Emmett is just a stupid racist who tried to get a come up. He came up. he came up on by the ancestors. Okay, they owned him. National TV boom. That's like that one woman who short circuited on Fox News. She was ranting and raving about something, and then she just short circuited, and yeah. Oh, y'all want to get cray cray? Okay, it's gonna get cray cray. So, you know, we're gonna find out. Oh, some of y'all been dropping love. I thank you so very much. Okay, so let me just see. Joan. I love y'all. Mwah. Joan, thank you for the love that you've dropped on me. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. Your message is VS. Can you say once a month? Then we'll calm down. Y'all showing how. See, y'all showing out. Okay. I do sincerely thank you for the love that you dropped on me. I'm gonna go on and read the next. Pavalier is saying, wishing you the best. Thank you so very much, and thank you for the love that you dropped on me. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. You also dropped another, and you said, on behalf of Cynthia Steer. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you, and may the love be dropped on both of you 1,000,000,000 times over. This is for the three of you. Let me get to my right spot. You know, I always am never in the right spot once I finish the content. Okay, I have to be able to click back over. All right, in the 8 seconds I have. Here we go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah. Okay, that was a complete failure. My mouse doesn't want to work when it. But anyway, thank you to you all. I so appreciate it for the love. Yes, I need to move this out the way. Y'all have taken it better than I thought. Okay. Um, Alrighty. Let me come back over here. That is just funny. And y'all see, I do not care about EH. You can. No. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up and then come back down because I started at the bottom. Started at the bottom and work your way to the top. Okay. I don't even Hattie. It took me a moment. I had to pause when I saw this. I guess her dead father can't help her anymore. Well, I mean, only so much we can say about that. Um, what? What's happening? Lorna says, Clark, I find that highly suspicious. Why would you need divorce lawyers to change the running of the monarchy? You need constitutional lawyers and an act of the parliament over there, right? Okay. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. That one, I just see you read messages from the bottom to the top and then you're all lost. I know. I see what's happening here. Um, Let me see something. Child saying is about a country too keen on abusing the truth, optional. History is selective. Racism is lucrative, and privilege gets a free pass. Child. That part. Dear William and Kate had to pay their friends of Time 100 to be included on that list. The Duchy is hard at work, child. But they want fame. Wouldn't his title just bring that? I mean, people may not pick him out of a lineup, but that doesn't mean he's not the, Prince of Wales. If he was out there more in every way, I'll put it that way. If he was out there more personable, more you can be the Prince of Wales and be the heir and be a king to be and still be approachable, humble to a degree. If people can't approach you, what's the point? And then you look stupid, like, trying to fake like you're cooking and the eye of the stove isn't even on under the pot. Mhm. Yeah. Annie says that YouGov poll is only for the UK Rangers, not the rest of the world, child. But they seem to just relish in, oh, look, she's not popular. And I did see, and I don't even know where I saved it. I did see several of the UK royal mouthpieces, you know, Shippy and Maureen and Maria and all them running around. Oh, look, there she's not popular, and it's people are like it's a stupid poll, made up poll. Like what? Um, but it also speaks to the silliness that you don't see them there over there except for at certain major events. Are they still doing work? Maybe if they have to, or they feel that they're competing with They like Tuesdays for some reason. I'll let everybody factor that because you already know where I'm going with it. Because some of y'all have already said it. And, trying to compete. Nobody's competing with them over here in the US. Nobody gives a flying fig. Okay, I had to say that. Nobody really cares. Let me see. Yo. Whew. Joseph says when Megan sneezes, the internet catches a cold, child, and the Rangers get full on COVID. Okay, I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. Okay, let me see. Tier says they need poll to stay relevant / popular. Megan doesn't because she's not competing with anyone. Exactly. She's just living life. If they had left her alone, they would still be in the UK. And in one aspect, unfortunately, the UK family would be even more popular, but it would all be a facade because they would have pushed them forward while the others are jealous and then, you know, talking to the UK tabloids about them and putting out these ugly headlines. So, that ugly, disgusting sequence and generational bull crap on the air and pumping them up and making them look like, it's the perfect life, and not so much. Um, when those three kids of the air are old enough, yeah, we're gonna probably see some fireworks if I'm even around for it. I mean, I just hope to be able to laugh all the way through all the different headlines that they'll come up with. Mamo. Oh, hilarious with this. Cookies and cream, you will miss VS. Where is she going? Or she retired and leave us alone. Please reply. Oh my. Now they're asking the manager to step in. They're like, we need her manager to step in, as well as her boss has already said, well, not so fast, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Uh, Pavalier is saying, oh no, I have to do replay to find out. VS Speaks, your voice is so impactful and Sussex loves Spears. Oh, pray for you. Oh, well, that's sweet. I don't feel that it's impactful. I'm happy. I just come to hang out. And I'm glad that y'all come here too. That's really what it's all about. So. Oh Lord. Let me even see what Special Case said. Now Church Lady is putting you in the corner. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. She's saying, yeah, I totally get it. Y'all know I'm inconsistent with my live podcast. Okay. And then I even missed those because the notification. I'm like, damn it, she was live. You know. Yeah. But we show up, folks show up, and show the love. That's all I hope that y'all will continue to do for me. All right. Thank you. I'm going to start that. I'm going to leave this up. That might be the last comment. All right. I'm scanning back also to see if TBTB gave me an answer to my question on if have Cash App. If you don't want the gift, go ahead and let me know. No problem. I understand because it was something I did just for the channel members at that time. Oh, there it is. Thank you. I see it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to send it to you. Okay. Before I even get off of here, I just have to screenshot it. All right. There we go. Thank you very, 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 very much. All right. And she does have Wendy, you were talking about Megan clothes sell out. Yeah, Kate, not so much. The Derangers are lying posting it has. Meanwhile, the websites still have all sizes. Shoot. Um, none of us would be running out to get any clothing that person over there. She needs to come clean about the alleged disease she had and her own sister outed her, but we won't get into that. We won't get into that. Okay, so let me. All right, I started. Thank you, TBTB. Okay, see, that's the main reason I was scrolling, trying to find that Cash App. I have one more person that I have to get gifts to, and hopefully I'll see them in the live stream soon. So, whew. I see the comments and then I have to read across and be like, okay. And then y'all make me laugh. So, Cookies and Cream says, everyone keep replaying Megan's podcast. Give it a good rating. Yes. Replay it, replay it, replay it. Give it a rating on the, platform that gives you that option to do so. Share it out. Keep spreading the word. Yes, 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 yes. Ian, you're saying, Miss VS, really enjoyed listening to your podcast and being on the Squatty platform. Good luck and God bless. Missing you already. Oh, they're so sweet. Well, I'm still going to be here, just, not on a regular schedule, so to speak. Work is enough of a grind, and I don't want this to feel like it in a sense, because then I feel like y'all aren't getting the best of me in the good way. Okay. When he says, "What's up with the Middleton sisters? Both marriages in the toilet." Oh, really? Do tell. We can reopen trash time for this type of stuff. Really? You know what I mean? Well, Pippa would probably walk away with some good money. I don't know if she signed a prenup, but I mean, as far as the absent lady, she's in it to win it. She wants that crown. She wants to be queen, consort. She wants to be the Khan of the nation. Okay. Um, Marsha, Mrs. VS. The ancestors have a sense of humor. Emin wanted Harry and Meghan thrown off the balcony, but they are shoving him off everything. They will not stop with Notway. Let me tell you something. When I saw that screenshot about him, I actually thought, okay, who made this up? Because sometimes squatties like to have a little fun. Then I saw it two different. I said, oh snap! Now the video that people were sharing, it didn't actually show it. I'm like, why do you have focus? I guess they, out of respect, you could hear it. You just you just couldn't see it. Okay. And I know some of y'all are like, damn, she laughing at it? Hell yeah. You say something like that about tossing people over a balcony? You think people want to have some grace for you? Hell no. Mm-mm. At least not here in the squad. Okay. Or for let me speak for myself, not for me. Okay. Ugh. Oh, let me see. Is Baron on? He's live? Oh my God. I need to get off of here if he is. Let me see. Marsha, could someone please first send Emin Annabelle? Do many of you know who Annabelle is? Mhm. Some of y'all need to look at The Conjuring, Annabelle creation. Honey child. No disrespect to Annabelle. I mean, if we put a black dress on you, would you freak out? Like if you had a black veil, Annabelle, would you be upset? Because I want that energy coming over here. I'm just saying. But him, yeah, he needs to have an Annabelle at the top of the step, at the bottom of the step, and maybe one on the last step he was standing on before he hit the deck. Or even one on the floor underneath the podium when he hits the floor again on TV. Because I have a feeling that's going to happen. Let me see. Bald Mop has the personality of a broom. A broom that tried to use a shovel and didn't even know how to do that. Okay. Wendy says Megan's dad and half brother have so much BS to say about Megan. Now they are in the Philippines with those ladyboy creeps. Ooh, you know what? That's right. I did see something about, um, you know, he's like Jabba the Hutt. That man doesn't need to be whining and complaining about health. Why did he leave Mexico? If y'all could see me looking over my glasses, you remember that picture of Megan as a child looking over? Okay, why did he leave Mexico? You got money enough to be able to be traveling, but you couldn't travel to the UK to see your. Well, we know why, but That'll always be tossed in his face. Excuse me, I hit the mic. That'll always be tossed in his face. And mhm, if he gets down like that, he gets down like that. They're gonna use it against him anyway to make him come out and say some more crap about his daughter. Um, yeah, living the life. And people want to cry and complain. Oh, she doesn't go see. She don't need to see him. She don't have need to have any contact. And I love it. He could be a FAN freaky ass nutcase and look at her on Instagram and what she shares on there and try to get pictures, save the pictures and pretend like oh she came to visit. No, that will never happen. That will never happen. But I'm sure you will be known. Hmm. Mm. Keep on shoving him. That's it. That's it. That's it. Let me see. Cookies and cream that trash from has done lasting damage to their credibility, reputation, and respectability due to their racism, jealousy, barbarism, hypocrisy. Listen, they don't see it that way. They really don't. They are so blind. They don't see it that way. Their handlers or whatever don't see it that way. So. Oh, look at this. Sylvia, and then I see Black Queen. Um, Sylvia, I hope you're well. Please be sure to continue to enjoy Megan's podcast, Megan's lifestyle show with Love Megan. Please go to Megan's site that lists her clothing. Buy from Megan's site. Yes, she gets a little something from, as do more affiliate links. That's what that is. Tina and Michelle used to have affiliate links too. So yes, 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 yes. And the link to where the clothing, her capsule in a sense, is on her IG. So if you go to Instagram, I don't even think you have to join to get to the account. You might have to. I don't know. But anyway, let me see what Black Queen is saying. Poor kitty cat mumbles. No matter how she tries or how they pump her up, she can never add to our outstanding Meg. Poor Tink Tink. Yeah, she just why they keep trying to hopefully squads we get away from the comparison of them dink dongs over there and Harry and Meghan here. Just let them idiots do what they do. They're only going to show up pretending they're doing something big. That disclosure on that time, Harry and Meghan never needed something like that. The pay to play. Alive and well. Church Nelly, I saw that comment to Rhonda. I just need everyone who may have joined late to go back and listen to the replay. I'm about to end shortly. Listen to the replay, and then you know you'll understand what I said, and won't be somewhat persuaded by some that are a little emotional, which I understand. But some of them are a little emotional. Lorna says, TM Jr. is now saying he is writing a book about Meghan. I think TM Sr. left Mexico because they changed the residency rules if you have property there. Oh, good for them. And God knows if he's been gone long enough, the rumper would play politics just to let him back in, even though he probably is still a citizen. But, some folks are going to find out if you ain't been here in this a long period of time, you may not be graced to be able to come back. Uh, How is he writing a book about Megan when you weren't even in the household where she was raised? You were off living your life because you were grown at the time. So whatever. I won't even mention that bullshit on here. Um, I mean, if y'all go and buy it, y'all go and buy it, but you won't find mm-mm. No, no, no. Joseph says Megan's dad is radioactive to her. Karma has him by the short hairs and won't let go. Yeah. And his gut grows by the second. And, I'm just saying. For someone claiming to be so. Pavalier saying, yep, TM Sr. got the word Mexico. Gonna boot him. Poor Philippines have to suffer his fat butt. Child. Wow. Alice, thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, I really appreciate those kind words. Let me see. This is, I'll star that one. That might be. Let me see. Lorna, Charles saying Lorna, he's now following his sister's anecdotal account flop. He can't find a job unless hanging on the coattails of grifting off Megan. Ja, he better. Well, let's just say this: given his proclivity for laying hands on his domestic partners, that is part of his situation, um, as well as ooters. He that's his problem. Him trying to grift off Megan, that ain't gonna work. Thankfully, Scammy was shut down on the legal side. I haven't seen anything about an appeal. I doubt she has won or will win. Um, because then all them effing grifters on that side will come out of the woodwork, as well as the ones on her mom's side. But oh, we were not raised with her. We were raised with her, and we knew her when she was 2. Did she know you? Did she know what her name was at that point? Because she spell and sound out her name and do a clear sentence. My name is Megan, and you are some messed up MFers. Okay, I'll say it. I know she wouldn't have said it as a 2-year-old, but they make it sure seem like that she should have been very, um, well off and known who she was, who knew who they were at that age and all that bull crappity app stuff. Hold on one second. I need a music interlude. I'm looking up something. Hold on, hold on, hold on. It was in 2024. It was in 2024. Da 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 da. It was members only. Da 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 da. Because I gotta get the right amount of the gift that I send to TBTB. All right, let me see here. Let me look here. So I have to come over here. Da 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 da. Just talks among yourselves while this is my musical interlude. While I try to find this information. Okay. Da 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 da. Da. Oh, this is a nice little topic. Anybody following? I know it has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. This part does has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. It's just an interlude. Have y'all been following the Puffy case at all? And what are your thoughts? I'm just curious. Okay. Um, Let me see. I need to go with browse. I need to go into 2024. 2024 was a good year. I'm just making stuff up. Y'all just hang out with me. 1129. Go to the bottom because I did put the prize amounts on there. Do 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 do. Okay. All right. And so, okay, so TBTB, I'm going to be sending you while we're on here. So you can confirm you got it. This was the gift. It was $20 for day 1 to 6 months. I need Flo R to step forward hopefully soon and very soon. We will hear from Flo R and be able to settle that account. Yes. All right. And so I am putting in the dollar sign. Let me do this right here. It's TBT2. And there you are. Okay. All right. And I'm going to put day 1 to 6 month member price 11/29/24. Okay. That's when it happened. Alrighty. And we go. Don't you love it when you have a pin and everything that you got to put in and then it goes. Alrighty. Done. Boom, boom. All right. Now, Yay! Woo! One more to go, and then I will. Yes, maybe then I'll shut down. Don't y'all be funny either, and move on to greener pastures. Still hanging out with y'all though. All right, let me come back in the chat because I did ask the question. I see a couple of comments. Um, Rhonda is saying I following very loosely. It's too intense to watch here. So for those of you who remember Max V, World Media, he has been attending on a daily basis. He's up in New York. He's from New Jersey, so he's staying at his mom's, but he's going to go every day. So his channel, he renamed his channel from Max V World Media to the Max Volt. But if you were already subscribed, you would have gotten it. You can follow some of the content there. It's intense to watch. Also, Inner City News on the X app gives up to dates during the trial. Um, what is happening, keep you up to date. So if you aren't able to see the news or that type of thing, if you just want to kind of scan and see, ooh, what has said, it has been very interesting, especially the Cuddy testimony. It was just, yes, it's just something very, very much so. Let me see. Oh, y'all are talking about that one with the one trying to do a book. No, 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 no. All right, yeah, cookies and cream. I'm not. Ooh, okay, Hazel, tell us how you really feel. Puff's going to jail. Well, it appears that way, but it's not over. And of course, we know the defense has not been able to present their case, but from the Fed side, from what I've seen, according to the charges, etc., yeah, they seem to have met their case. But again, it's not over. And the only voices that really matter are the jury. So once they speak, then yeah, Hattie says, I'm not following, not interested. Child, it's just the rumors that we heard back then to know that that was really it's just as mind blowing. Like the car, yeah, that. Just saying. Gwen says can't watch or listen to Puffy Case. It's brutal, child. Very much so. And on that note, I'm kind of over some content creators that I don't even know, but I see them. They come up in the timeline because, of course, if you're listening to certain content, that will hit the algorithm and YouTube pushes it to you. But I, I can't tolerate the craziness that even surrounding back to now Meg the Stallion again is catching heat over a case that is already resolved and the person sitting in jail. She tried to protect him at one point. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That didn't happen. Doctors were like, yeah, this is not a glass cut. This is gun. And then there was fragments taken from her foot. So, she didn't want to say then who did what. But, when police step in and are like, you must tell us, um, things happen from there. So, but she I over a year later does not need to be putting up with people trolling and saying all this bullshit about her. Just my humble opinion. Just saying, black women, like, can we get a little fucking protection somewhere? That's how I feel about men. Can we just have protection? So that's why I'll always be and will have my eye on things going on. So Marshall is saying Diddy is going to get EPS before getting free. I need you to cut it out. I'm not even on the junior and the senior. Them two can go take a very long walk off of a very short pier for what they had put Megan through, which again, not just the UK, them there over there folks and their media, but even the paternal side, um, just acting wild and insane. But to see that she's good, Spot has those that love and care for her around her, yeah, that's more than we can ever ask for. So. Wendy says the feds have a 98% conviction rate. Diddy, a black man, is toast. Well, this is how I feel. If you don't do, our parents my parents used to say to me, if you don't do the crime, if you don't want to do the time, okay. Every once in a while, they would throw that out. They must have sensed somebody I was around. I don't know. I'm just saying there have been situations I'm like, woo, woo. But yeah, I'm just glad I was able to live my younger life before social media and technology ease. That's for sure. Hattie says the bad thing about Megan Thee Stallion is that there are black women talking ish about her. Yeah. Hmm. Some that are content creators, I take it that they just want the views. And there's one that talks trash about Megan, our Megan, sometimes. So I don't click. I'm not clicking on your any of your content. I don't care what you have to say, but you know, his life. That's what they're going for. Pavalier is saying, by the way, to Rangers, popularity is not her Royal Highness Meghan's 5% goal. She don't care. Hashtag service is universal. Boom. That was a mic drop right there. Mic drop. Boom. Mic drop. Um, I gotta start that one too. Gwen, believe a lot of people are scared about what might come out in in that trial. Well, they may be. It may be more so because it seems that the feds are slow cooking here. They ain't just like wop 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 wham 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 wham. I mean, they are, and his defense is doing what they must to try to scratch back some of that. But um, it's not about, people want to throw Cassie under the bus for some stuff, and it's like his ego is why he is sitting at a defendant's table. I'll say this and then I'll end the live cast. His ego is why he is sitting at the defendant's table because when she came to him, made a demand, and he said no, she said, "Okay, I'll call your bluff." Filed that lawsuit. He settled. He then did a video, apologized, acknowledged what he did, and apologized for his behavior. And then not only that, 2 weeks later, the feds were, I can't even make the sound, knocking on her door and say, "Hello, we would like to speak with you." So his ego opened the can of whoop ass that he's feeling right now. If he had have just settled, all of the shit that he has done over his decades wouldn't, and they have been watching him a long time. And I believe there was another lawsuit filed involving, and even Farnsworth Bentley was named. So yeah, it's getting pretty interesting. So yeah. All right. Okay. I was able to do what I needed to and just thought I would throw that little tidbit out. Again, that had nothing to do with the Sussexes, but it is conversation, and you know how we do over here. We just chit chat. Okay, towards the end. All righty, everybody. Let me see if I can pick um, a comment. I have so many starred. Uh, I'm just looking at some of them that you all are hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna put Pavaliers up because that kind of touches on that stupid poll, and then we're always worrying about popularity and Megan and blah 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 blah. She's popular in, especially with squatties, but there's just more than that to us. It was a level of, is she protected? Is she good? We know that she is. So, which is our joy, and we go and buy up everything that she puts out. So whatever she's cooking up next, yeah, we're ready for it. We're ready for it, Megan. We are ready for it. All right. Thank you all for understanding, hearing me out, you know, tossing love at me in comments, as well as a little on the monetary side, which, how I feel, y'all, especially those that are members, y'all have my hearts, okay? Because you already give on a monthly basis, being a member, and then, and I try to keep up with y'all, and I've even been slacking there too, but I have to pick up on my sharing with y'all again. I don't want y'all, to feel too left in the cold. All right. Know that I love you. I am well. I am good. Um, Yeah, and please take care of yourselves always. A lot of you still in our prayers. Hi, Sis Hilda, if you're out there listening, um, as well as Lottie, you're in our prayers. Church Nelly, you're in our prayers. So, um, Rosalind, you're also in our prayers. So yeah, those that are truly going through it, and whether it's grief or fighting for their lives and health, to get their health back. Okay. We see you. We love you. And those that pretended, don't worry. The lady in black's going to come for y'all. All right. On that note, let me get over here and click my outro. Love you all. Take care. Speak with you soon. Love you. Bye.